Okay. Okay, it seems like it's working here. Okay. Whoo! All right, let's give some time for people to get in here. We'll pop over and just let people know in Discord. Um, okay, now I can already see people filing in here. Hello, everyone. Sorry about the issues. I have no idea what just happened there. Um, I hit the go live button. It sat there for like 2 minutes without doing anything. And then when it did go live, it said we didn't have a microphone or anything. So, yeah, we troubleshooted that as quick as we could. I apologize about that. Actually, now that I think about it, y'all can actually hear me, right? Let's just go ahead and answer that question real quick. Make sure y'all can actually hear me. Bestest Wolf, welcome. Daria, welcome. Good to see you. Terror, good to see you again. Animal Man. Bun, good to see you. Eduardo, good to see you. Peachy, welcome. Tony, welcome back. Oh, yeah, we got a full house in here tonight, even with the technical difficulties. Lord Starkiller and TC, welcome. Young Lion, good to see you. All right, we're doing good. Okay, so technical difficulties aside, we are up and running tonight. Luckily, I got coffee because I'm going to need it. Oh, man. Okay, so this has been a fun week. I'm sure many of you, especially here in the States, know that it's Friday. That means we survived another holiday, Thanksgiving, which hopefully everyone had plenty of fun, enjoyed their Thanksgiving, whatever it is you choose to do to celebrate that holiday. And I hope y'all had plenty that you could find to be thankful for. I know I did. This past year has actually been pretty good to me. Not only have I met some wonderful friends that I'm very grateful for, but this channel, which many of you know, I started it as kind of an experiment, not really expecting it to do much, has really surprised me. And I'm very thankful for not only the channel and the friends, but the viewers, because many of you leave some wonderful, absolute encouraging comments and definitely make it worth the effort that I put into this. So I want to thank you all for that. And you all definitely did help make this year truly memorable for me. So thank you for that. Let's see, sappy stuff over. Let's see what we got in here. Got some comments popping up. Don't want to get too far behind just yet. It's too early for that, I think. Siggy, I won a contest today because of the gods asked for a sign before I started it. Congrats, man. That's awesome. The runes that you see surrounding this backdrop here, that's the Elder Futhark, actually. This is one of the runic circles that we do now have available at the merch shop. This is the Volknot version, which you can see the Volknot in the center there. So you can use it as just a tapestry hung up, or you can use it as a magic circle. And for those who are skilled at soul travel and do have a working knowledge of the runes, you could even use it in those practices as well. Normally, I try to swap out my backgrounds. We had this up Sunday, I remember, but I forgot to switch it out tonight. So that just happened to be there. Usually, actually, I change these out during filming, so I have been working on the rune class. And what we usually see during the live streams is either A, something takes a wild hair and I want to use it, or it's just what I have up during filming the other stuff. So it is going to have to deal with the room background and that, but that is the Elder Futhark that's going around that. Luna, welcome. Jade, good to see you. Haven't seen you in the Discord today to bug you, so it's glad you made it here. TC, I want to thank you for your wisdom and your willingness to share. Oh, no problem, TC. I do the best I can, share the best I can. At least give you the truth as best I can figure it, because magic can get tricky. I like to see everybody getting results in their practice. That's my goal. Rowan, yo, kind of new to your channel. Well, welcome, Rowan. Good to have you, man. Good to have you. Mystic Lavender White Wolf. Hey, loving your rune videos. I'm glad to hear that. We're actually getting ready to shoot the rune reading video and the meditation video. So that's going to be probably the next 2 lessons. Though part of me, I'm considering actually editing those 2 videos into a singular lesson. We'll see how long the videos end up being once they're edited and everything. So we'll see how that works. But the rune class is going to continue to be uploaded on schedules. I'm even considering possibly, and this is maybe because the holidays get busy, y'all know that. I might start uploading rune class videos not on Tuesdays and actually try to work in some other videos on Tuesdays. Because we got a lot of great video ideas that I really want to get them out to you all as quick as I can. But it's just a matter of the time I have to film them. But so far the feedback on the rune class has been really good. So that experiment for getting the class on YouTube free of charge seems to be paying off pretty good. And I hope y'all are working through it as the videos come up, because there is homework associated with each of those lessons. And if you're doing it, that'll be far better for you. Let's see. Angelica, I subscribed when you had about 600 subs. I'm so happy more people are watching you. Your stuff is really interesting, helpful, and informative. Thank you. Oh, Angelica, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. 600, it feels like a long time, but I may still have it on my phone here. When my phone's turned off. I remember to turn it off tonight. But I actually took a video or a screenshot to show my wife and email it to her, because I just happened to log into my back office on the channel when we were at 666. So goofy and nerdy, I know, but I had to actually take that picture because that was just too much fun. So let's see here. Okay, the heater just turned on. So if you can hear that noise, let me know. We'll try and do something about that. But I don't know if it's this microphone might not even pick it up. So we'll see. But thank you for that, Angelica. That is awesome. Luna, Saris, welcome. Daria, I love your videos. I'm currently binge watching your channel. Awesome to hear, Daria. Glad you're enjoying it. And as always, if you're watching these, when you leave a comment, if it's a fresh new comment, it'll show up in the back office. Sometimes replies, it don't show me replies. But if you have a video ideal or a topic that you want to see, leave it in the comments. And most ideals I put on a list so I can try and get to them. Now, I do get a lot of requests to go more in depth in pact work, but I figure I got 3 videos on pact work. that really breaks it down. So I'm not sure I'll be doing any more packed videos for a while. Let's see. Nightmare Wolf. Haven't watched any of your videos in a while. Is there any updates on the dragon class that you were working on? Yes. Well, the Dragon Magic 101 class, depending on how long it's been, Nightmare, it's already live. It's on the school. We got lots of students taking it, and they've been absolutely loving it. And we've been getting lots of great feedback all year on that one. The Dragon Magic 102 course, we are still filming it. We are still working on it. We are slowing it down a little because a lot of the 101 course people were trying to rush through 101 to get to the 102. And 101 is not meant to be rushed at any point, ever. We had too many people trying to rush it, so we have kind of slowed that down. So you can look forward to that in next year. What point of next year? I'm not 100% sure. I'm wanting it to be the first half of the year, and what I thought would be kind of neat if we could do it is to release the 102 on the anniversary of 101. So I think that would actually be very doable. So that's my goal, is to have it released no later than that, but we will see what happens. Hope that answers your question, Nightmare. Let's see. I'm not really into demonology, but was attracted by your dragon magic. Attracted by your dragon magic due to satanic coven's violent ways. I hope you aren't into that. The Lucifer thing kind of threw me, though. No, I'm not a Satanist, Luna. I am not a Satanist in any measure of that. I don't really do the whole blood sacrifices or anything of that, which actually most of the Satanists I know don't do it. You do have a lot of the TV Satanist or the edgelord Satanist, which give all magicians a bad name. So I'm totally with you on that. No, I don't do that. Now, Lucifer as an entity, though, is a completely different thing altogether. I will work with entities as long as they're willing to work respectfully and have a decent conversation. So the Lucifer thing, that's completely different. Lucifer is an entity that can be worked with any practitioner or magician. And actually, he's a very nice guy. He's not into hurting people or violence. So no need to worry there. But you're right. Most of my practice is in dragon magic or in Norse magic, which is why I am doing the rune class, and I'm trying to get more Norse magic videos up there. Because there seems to be a growing interest in my Norse practice. It's just this channel I started teaching the basics. And when I did my first dragon magic video, I realized how little solid information was on that topic. So I do want to try and share more and more on dragon magic, so more people can actually work with these entities. I hope that answers. Jade, everyone remember to smash the like button. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jade. Thank you. Yeah, everyone, if you're here, hit that like button. It really helps us out and lets YouTube know you enjoy the channel and the work we're doing. So thank you for reminding me of that, Jade. I did a bad job of remembering that. Luckily, I got viewers like you to help me out. Also, if you do have an important question and we get busy and I miss it, do remember we have the super chat. It'll flash it up on screen. Or if you just want to make a small donation and help the channel out. All right, let's see what we got here. No noise on my end. Good to know. The mic ain't picking up the heater. Cool. The only thing I know to do would be turn the heater off. Wife might come down here and hit me with a ball bat if I do that, though. Who knows? Let's see. Mystic Lavender. I feel like I finally came into contact with my co-magician who was playing with me, my guardian dragon, during one of my meditations. Wasn't really expecting that to happen like last week. It's possible. If you want to confirm it, just go ahead and do the guardian dragon ritual that's on the channel. Or if you are taking the 101 class, follow the guided meditation in there, and that should definitely confirm it for you. Cast iron chaos. Maybe when you find a new defense against the dark arts teacher. Um, Cast iron, my man. I'm not sure I know what you mean here. I may have missed the context of that comment somewhere. Let's see here. Your own personality does tend to temper the entity you work with if you're a nice guy in general, even entities like Lucifer. Oh, okay. Yeah. I see where you're coming from now, Cast Iron. Yeah, that's true. If you approach them peacefully and respectfully, you tend to get that back. You really do. Tony, honestly, yeah, in my video, Lucifer sounded like a really nice guy. I've always found him very, very pleasant. I was actually very hesitant to work with him originally. I don't remember if I mentioned that in the video. I think I did. But I was pushed to work with him at one point, and I'm really glad I did because he really is a nice guy and a good entity to work with. And he really gets a bad rap. He really does. Struxbury, how do I know if Lucifer's calling out to me? So this is a tricky one because anytime an entity's calling to you, they're going to try so many different things, and it can be very personal. So my go-to on this is when in doubt, go ask them. Hands down, it's the easiest thing to do. It's like asking someone out. How do I know if someone likes me? Just go ask them. You do not have to wait for an entity to call you if you want to work with them. I don't know where this idea comes from. You can actually just reach out to Lucifer and ask him point blank if he's calling to you and wants to work with you. And if you want to work with him, you can also just reach out to him and let him know that you would like to work with him and strike up that conversation. And you can do this using the hailing ritual method that we talked about when contacting deities or entities. Or you can use meditation and trance, which a lot of people do utilize that as well. And meditation and trance are also talked about on this channel. We are going to be doing more methods of contacting entities on this channel to try and diversify the different options. But if you feel that they may be calling out to you, or you just want to confirm your suspicions, or you just want to work with them, just reach out to them and say hi. Go introduce yourself. You'd be surprised. It's a great way to make friends and allies. Let's see here. What else we got here? It's Siggy. How can I please the gods to show them my thanks? Honestly, Siggy, the easiest thing to do is just thank them. A quick prayer, even a quick offering. So, for example, let's say in your case, if it was Odin that, if I was in your case and Odin gave me insight that helped me win a contest, I would easily just offer him some food or drink and a quick prayer. And the hailing ritual is exactly what I would do for that. So a quick example of that right here would be I'd get my beverage. So we got a beverage here, right? All right. Which actually Odin's been one that's been helping me a lot with different insights. So straight up, we can do this. It'd be Hail Odin, All-Father, Wise One, One-Eyed Wanderer, King of the Azir, Lord of Valhalla. Thank you for your guidance, your wisdom, and your teachings. Hail Odin, Hail Odin, Hail Odin. And then take that drink with him. Skull. It can really be that easy, Siggy. And luckily, I didn't burn myself on camera this time. Woohoo! Any of you who took the Dragon Magic 101 know what I'm talking about. Yes, that is true, Cast Iron. But the entity is actually manifesting what the magician is expecting. See, when I first evoked Lucifer, I did not know what to expect, and I usually go in blind and let the entities, and I just treat them with respect. So we'll see. But if you go in with a preconceived notion and you paint them with that brush, they're going to give you what you're wanting. And if you go in with a dark, demonic, evil kind of thing, then that's what you're going to get. So let's see, Tony. Deal that entities call out for people. I thought it's always the other way around. No, entities can actually call us. Odin and Freya reached out to me. I actually did not originally know who they were. And they started reaching out to me, and I had to do a lot of research, which that was actually my first lesson in read more than one thing, because the first book I picked up on Norse mythology painted a really awful picture. So it wasn't until much later that I took a second look that I learned more about them. But yeah, they reached out to me, which I'm kind of grateful they did. They've been wonderful friends. Animal Man, how do you maintain being in a trance state? Practice, really, Animal Man. I'm not sure how better to say it. The more practice and focus and discipline you get, the better. So once you enter into a trance state, you want to actually be doing something in trance, first off. People's like, I just want to sit in trance. You're not going to be able to just sit in trance. Because you're not going to be able to maintain a focus of absolute nothingness. The human mind just doesn't do it. So you're going to be needing to do something, move somewhere, focus on a question, some form of insight, something. But maintaining it once you're in that trance state, it takes time and practice is what it is. There's no magic trick to you just suddenly, if you do this, you'll stay in trance. It really is about that practice and that discipline. Magic is a lot of work and a lot of practice. And it takes time and experience. I know a lot of my students I work with, they set time goals for their meditation and trance practice. In the meditation course, I start people with a 5-minute marker, work your way up to 5 minutes. Same thing with trance work. Once you're going into the trance work, is start with 5 minutes, then jump it to 10 minutes and do it in 5-minute intervals based on what time you need. As you do this, though, you're going to build up the skill that when you're doing an active trance, eventually, as long as you're focusing and working, you're not coming out of that trance. You're going to maintain it unless something drastic happens around you to snap you out. That's the biggest help I can give you on that one, Animal Man. Let's see what we get. Bong Fu. Tried contacting a guardian dragon a few days ago. Didn't get one, but I've noticed something zooming around the home and sounds. Could those be little dragons or something? Potentially, it could. It really could. But keep working on the guardian dragon. We do have a guided meditation on the channel. You can try that too if you, because we've got one that's just the ritual and one that's a guided. But keep going, keep working. You'll get it. Let's see. Queens, low key don't feel presences when I do the draconic ritual. Do you mean the dragon's flame ritual? That ritual draws in energy, not presence. That could be one of the things. The visualization's part about bringing in that energy. It's not a evocation ritual that draws in the rulers themselves, just the energy. So you shouldn't necessarily feel actual presence. Some people do actually describe the energy as a presence, though it's once you actually get into evocation and feeling a true presence of an entity, you see why that's a very different thing. But no, that ritual is just drawing in the energy of those 4 rulers. That's the reason the visualization has the rulers come up and breathe the flame in. That's the the first point. The second point is if you're not actually doing the visualization and pulling the energies in, and you're just going through it saying the words are going to do nothing. You're going to actually have to do the visualizations and pull the energy in and actually open up and focus to the energy. Or again, it won't do nothing. So that could be a visualization and an energy work issue as well, Queens. Let's see. Mangrove Exotics, I'm late. Hit that like button. Yes, Mangrove, welcome. Glad you made it. And thank you for hitting that like button. Everybody, we got 29 people in here, 18 likes. A few of you ain't hit that button yet. Come on, smash it. Let them know you like the work we're doing. When talking to an entity involves drinking, that makes it a lot more fun. This is true. This is true. Which actually I do try to involve some kind of beverage. I don't know if it's a Southerner in me or what, but anytime I'm working with an entity, I feel like they're a guest, even when I go to them almost. So I try to, especially when I'm doing evocation or just some like a healing ritual, I feel like they're my guest, so I have to have some beverage on my work area. It's just a personal preference for me. And it usually ends up being water, coffee, ale, something like that. Water and coffee tend to be the big ones. Let's see. Luli, hello. Good to see you. Welcome. Hey, Siggy, juice is good stuff, man. Good stuff. I actually had Odin request cranberry juice once. That really threw me. He's like, "Oh, you got any cranberry juice? I like that." I didn't have any that night, but I told him I'd get him some. So me and him sat down to some cranberry juice one night after that. Let's see, Tara, how much experience is recommended or required before you begin the Dragon Magic 101 course? Which skills are needed for beginning? Honestly, Tara, the way that one's laid out is for beginners. But if you want to do a little prep work, so you can get in there and get digging deeper, work on your meditation skills some. If you got basic meditation built up, you're good and solid. And when I mean basic meditation, I mean if you can sit down and meditate to a sound meditation, you're good to go. If you can do movement meditation, which is kind of like yoga or something where you're just meditating in a moving fashion, you're good to go. If you can do focused meditation for up to 5 minutes, whereas you sit down, you clear your mind, and you focus on a question or a thought, and you just let the insight kind of flow to you. Again, you're plenty fine on meditation. Outside that, it's more about building up your visualization skills. Everything else is really covered in the 101 course. Even like you could work on your astral sanctums some, but we go further and deeper into astral sanctums even in the 101 course. So you don't even really need to do that. And we actually talk about meditations in the course as well. So it's really set up to be a beginner friendly course. Yeah, I mean, if you have a basic understanding of meditation, you're good to go. Seriously. Other than that, check out the grounding and shielding video. Do a little work on your grounding and shielding, and then you're solid for 101. I hope that helps, Tara. See, if I want to know what the gods planned for me, can I ask you about it? Or shouldn't I ask? Because in Vikings, they often ask the medium about their future. Okay. First off, do not use the Vikings TV show as a archaeological viewpoint. Secondly, when it comes to the God's plan for you, this is actually something that I've not seen Vikings fully, but it kind of irked me when I did see some of them. You have what's known as two destinies or fates in Norse. You have the one that is for whoever sits on their ass and does nothing, and that is whatever was dealt to you, whatever handed you, good or bad, that's what you get. And then you have the fate you forge for yourself. And this is the important one when it comes to the gods. And honestly, every pantheon I've worked with, outside maybe the Egyptian, which I don't know a lot about the Egyptian. I didn't work with them very long. We didn't get along, so y'all know that. But forging your own path is more important than what they have planned for you. So that's not something I'm real big on, is what do you have planned for me? Because I'll be honest, I don't care what you have planned for me. It's what I have planned for me that's important. So you could use divinations to find out the direction that things might play out. But always remember, Siggy, you are in control of you. So the gods, especially when it comes to Norse gods, they're going to teach you to do for yourself, and they're less likely to do for you. They'll help you out from time to time, that's for sure. But they're more there to empower you and teach you to do for yourself. That's the big one. Furniture. Strawberry, is there a god of furniture? Not that I'm aware of. Maybe Jesus, he was a carpenter. But outside, maybe a wood carver or woodworking deity, which I can't even think of one. Or a craftsman, like the dark elves, the dwarves in Norse mythology. They're craftsmen, so you might be able to find one of them that specializes in types of furniture. But as far as a specific god of furniture, no, I'm unaware of one. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of artists actually do get in a very similar trance state when working. I actually use movement meditation and trance work when doing dishes. I hate doing dishes, so it allows me to zone out and do something else and get the chores done. What do I know about Michael William Denny's work with the Norse? It's not a name, TC, that's ringing a bell. I'd have to look that up and get back with you on that. I apologize, my man. As to what are some of the differences, that I can touch on a little bit. One thing about the Norse practice that is so vitally important is we have no archaeological records to really show their religious practices. So it is entirely a reconstructed system, and everyone has approached it in different ways. So a lot of heathenry will differ from place to place, and you got some that's even made it very, very Wicca-like. Those don't seem to be the more popular ones, but there are some out there. My personal approach to it is I go directly to the gods themselves and learn from them through personal gnosis, and I compare and contrast that with um, the poetic and the prose edis and the Volspa and the records and the recordings we do have, which are very few actually. So, and in there, we don't really get any details of the religious practices at all. It's mostly stories and tales of the gods and the heroes and stuff like that. So that's one of the big things I do. So without knowing the details of his work and everything, I can't really comment specifically on his works, but I will actually have to check out his works. So if you can on Discord, shoot me that name, and I'll check it out. Or I may actually just scroll back through here later and see if I can snag that name up. Because I always love reading other people's work and getting different viewpoints and perspectives. One of the big things I try to teach people is don't get so caught up in the process that you forget to walk your own path. And that's one of the reasons I'm enjoying seeing some of the newer Norse YouTube channels start up. Like there's this one guy I've heard a lot of people complain about. I can't even remember the name of the channel now, but I've saw a couple of his videos. He's not over serious or anything like that. He gets out in the woods. He does his thing. worships the gods, he gives thanks to the gods, and he shares the wisdom that they share with him. It's really that easy, and he's just living his best life. And oftentimes, that's really the best way to do it. If your practice is yielding the results you want, and you're learning and growing from it, there you go. Luna, I need to take your 101 course in Dragon Magic. Well, thank you, Luna. A lot of people's, I've actually not got any complaints yet, knock on wood. But yeah, the 101 course, you can find it at workingdragonmystic.com. There's a classes tab up there. Just click that, you'll find it. So yeah, get started on that, and do take your time. If you start taking it, Luna, take your time. It's meant to be worked through at your own pace, and even worked through more than once. And then the 102 builds on it. Let's see, Terror. Yep, I've been trying to do the purple candle meditation. However, some days I miss doing it. I need to practice meditation much more. Oh, crap, it jumped. Okay, there we are. And make sure my third eye opens first. Yeah, meditation's an important skill. It really is. Every magician will need meditation. Mystic Lavender, alcohol is not a necessity at all. Even with Odin, everybody's like, no, you don't. Odin loves him some coffee just as much as the next guy, or fresh water, juice, Kool-Aid. You offer the man a beverage, he'll drink it. I know a lot of Southerners say he has a penchant for sweet tea. I love me some sweet tea too, but I drink too much of it, so I try not to keep it in the house. So I've never offered it to Odin particularly. So I can only go by what someone else has told me that. But I know coffee and water he's good on. So no need to have alcohol. Let's see. Pardon me, people. Been fighting a cough. Let's see. Okay, Mystic Lab. Okay, got a good question. My friend is wanting to get into Norse magic, but is wanting to start dark magic route. I'm concerned about it because his already has mental issues and he is very narrow-minded. How do I talk with him about it? Ooh, Mystic, that's a tricky one right there. It really is. See, here's the thing. People try to separate magic into a light and dark. Truth be told, you can't work on either side of the fence without being exposed to the other. And I know there's a lot of right-hand pathers that are going to go ee right now, but it's the truth. And especially in Norse magic, there's no such thing as a love and light Norse path. Not if you are truly working with these entities. And I've seen this backfire and blow up in people's face when they tried to do so. So if you look up in Norse mythology, there's an entity known as Agraboda. She's the mother of Hel. She's the mother of Fenrir and the mother of Jormungandr. Some of her titles are the Sorrow Bringer, the Destroyer, things like that. Not a good entity at all. However, for some reason, there are groups of pagans that have tried to paint her as the mother who loves the unlovable, and tried to paint her as this perfect, loving mother of all. Every pagan who's attempted this, however, without fail, has worked with her and had their life go to absolute crap in a handbasket quickly. And yeah, they found themselves in a pool of sorrow, which, go figure, you're working with someone who's known as the Sorrow Bringer. So if you are truly working with these entities and truly approaching them without trying to change them, it's not possible. The best you could do is point him to the Havamal, would be my actual advice here, Mystic, because the Havamal does talk about self-mastery of oneself, the importance of friends, the importance of helping another. And no matter which side of the Norse path this individual wants to go on, that Havamal is going to be very, very important, because that book is the wisdom of Odin. And I think that might be your best way, but they are going to have to understand that there is going to be a balance there. I know people try to work with what they view as dark, left-hand path entities in the Norse. And because of this, they start worshiping Fenrir, Jormungandr, Loki, and they keep listing all these. Hell actually is one that they try to put in that list. Ironically, what you're going to find out is neither Loki nor Hell nor Jormungandr actually would fit into a actually true full left-hand path. They actually have many, many benefits. They're very neutral entities as a whole. But see, without knowing the person, it's really hard to advise this. The best, like I said, the best you can do is probably point them toward the Havamal, because it's going to be a necessity one way or the other. And trying to get them to see the wisdom and the balance in the path. Tara, would it be safe to contact advanced chaos, etc. dragons just for a casual chat when working or doing magic together as a beginner or intermediate mage? Or are they still too dangerous? I honestly, Tara, would not recommend it. Chaos dragons, even their presence can actually cause an energetic shift in your life. And if you, as a practitioner, aren't in control of the energies in your life, that chaotic shift can really wreck your day, your month, your week, and your year. It really can. That's the big kicker. And so that's one of those things where you have to know yourself in your practice. If you are not fully in control of your energies and you think external energies are affecting you, I would not recommend contacting them. That is the stick I would measure that by. T Busy, hey, yeah, we had a technical difficulty earlier. The first link just kind of died on us. Sorry about that, T Busy. Luckily, you did find us. Glad you made it. Let's see. I want to take your dragon course as well, but I'm worried about starting and getting too ahead of myself when I still need more meditation experience and whatnot. Tara, the Dragon Magic 101 course is set up for beginners. There's meditations and everything that, honestly, if you're a beginner level, the 101 is perfectly fine for you. The dragons you work with, the process applied to it, everything is nice and steady and builds upon it. So if you are interested in it, you are good to go. No, sweet tea is not keto. It is not keto by a long shot. That is for sure. It's good though. It's good. The big thing about Fenrir is people are trying to paint Fenrir as something that he's not these days. That wolf is a wolf of and a pure engine of destruction. That's what he was bred for, quite literally. Um, so both Odin and Loki knew what they were doing when Fenrir came into this world. So you got to be careful with Fenrir. You really do. Let's see, Siggy, where are the courses? The courses can be found at workingdragonmystic.com. There's usually a link below most of the videos on my channel. And when you go to workingdragonmystic.com, just click on the I think it says actually online courses tab, and it'll pop you straight over to it. There probably ain't a link below this because we had to set this stream up real quick and I didn't get to do all the prep work because of the technical difficulties, and I apologize about that again. Yeah, usually most of the videos will have the link below. Like the Lucifer video we just released this week, the link will be below it. Even the screwed up stream should have the link below it if it's actually showing on the YouTube page now. But this one where I just literally just launched the link so we can get up and run for y'all, there's none of the description filled in, unfortunately. Let's see. He wants to work with Odin because he's recently found out he has Norse blood, but wants to do dark Norse magic. He is brought up in the Christian path and is very narrow-minded and stubborn. Well, Odin will whoop his rear end. Odin is a man of wisdom, and he knows that just going down a dark path is not going to yield the wisdom. And yeah, he's going to have a hard time working with Odin if that's what he wants to do. And digging your heels in and being stubborn with Odin is a great way to get your rear end kicked. And Odin will have fun doing it. Odin will definitely have fun doing it. Odin enjoys conflict and strife. And if you want to come in and try and tell Odin what to do, he'll talk, he'll listen, and he's going to show you why you're wrong quickly. He's going to teach you. So if he's wanting to work with Odin, which honestly, Odin's a great teacher, he's going to be in for a lot of shocks, a lot of them. So maybe that might be one of those things that's good for him. You never know. So, yeah. But I don't know the person. I don't know the situation. That's one reason if he is drawn to Odin, again, the Havamal is even better. Because, yeah, the Havamal literally is the wisdom of Odin. That is one of the best places to send him to in that case, for sure. No, I appreciate Finra. Don't get me wrong, Tara. I'm not saying I don't appreciate Finra. I totally appreciate Finra. But you have to understand what he is when you work with him, or if you choose to work with him because of that. And a lot of people try to make him one of these hyper intelligent deities, and he's not that. He's not comparable at all. His entire part is played in Ragnarok. And he's very, very important. And I mean, he's instrumental in that cycle of Ragnarok. He is one of the key components of the end that marks the beginning of the new cycle. So without Finra, there would be no new cycle, and he's very instrumental in that. But he is, of the three, which the three children each play pivotal roles. They're often referred to as the children of Ragnarok. Finra is the one of pure destruction. That is his job. He is the purest of them. Let's see what we got here. Appreciate it. Is rune magic in protection working? Is rune magic in protection working? Because I'm going to get a rune set too. I want to try some stuff out. Oh yeah, there's plenty of protection magic inside rune magic. So if you are looking at doing the rune magic course, we will be talking about plenty of rune magic spells. I'll be giving examples on how to craft them and what they're designed for and how they function, and protection is definitely covered in there. So if I'm understanding your question right here, Siggy. Yeah, Mangrove, it's not showing on this one because of the technical issues we had. I had to start this up real quick, and I have to go in manually and put in all the descriptions. That's always there every time. So since we had that technical difficulty and I just launched this quickly, none of the things are below this. But it is linked in all the other videos. Tara, you're welcome to drop the Dragon Magic or the school's URL if you want. That's perfect fine. I mean, it's my website. I ain't gonna care. Just make sure it is my website, because at least I know that one I can trust. Yeah, it's also in the About section too. Let's see, Magician Girl. How important is the friendship that is made in Dragon Magic 101? I'm asking for a friend. The friendship side of Dragon Magic is absolutely pivotal. You cannot neglect that at any level for any reason. So that's a great question, Peachy. This is something I think people overlook a little too much. You cannot connect with the dragons without building up that friendship. So, as you all know, dragons have plenty of reasons not to trust humans, and they have pulled away from us for many years because of us. So, the friendship element of dragon magic is actually pivotal, in so much that one reason that you do have a guardian dragon and a co-magician is developing the friendships with those two is actually part of what unlocks your ability in dragon magic. And if you are not taking the time to build those friendships, the dragons aren't going to give one rat's patoot about you and the time you're putting in. And that includes the rulers. You cannot approach the 9 rulers without developing a friendship with that guardian and that co-magician. At best, you will be able to reach out to them and they'll reach back to you in like a phantom ghost, like probably not even a cellular molecule of their actual abilities and power. And without developing that friendship and building on it, then you're always going to keep them at that distance. It's part of their natural defense mechanisms. Unless the friendship is there, you actually can't get close to them. It's a really ingenious magic that they wove across the draconic realms and themselves. So it is absolutely pivotal. Now, because of this, you do have people who end up with guardians, kind of like what I did, where they will tell you their guardian's kind of a jerk. And they don't know if they can make a friend with this guardian. Yeah, they're testing you. They are pushing your buttons for a reason. You have to pursue this friendship. You have to. If you're not willing to pursue it, if you're not willing to do the work, that's on you. That is totally on you. And Dragon Magic isn't going to be for you. They're not going to chase you. They're not going to come running up to you, try and chase you and say, hey, let's go to the park. Let's do this. No. And co-magicians are the ones that tend to be jerky more often than not. I've seen a few guardians do it, but it's usually the co-magician. They want you to pursue that friendship. They want to see that you're committed to building a genuine friendship with them. And if you're not willing to put in that work, if you're making every excuse not to work with them, they're going to know it, and they're not going to help you pursue further. And that's going to actually keep the rulers even at bay themselves. So you kind of do have to build that. I mean, it's a necessity, not kind of. You have to. So if you and your co and guardians are not spending time together, that needs to be priority numero uno, no matter what, period. I've heard magicians talk about, they've noticed that when channeling energy from the rulers, it doesn't feel tangible enough. And then I found out they've not spent any time working with their co-magicians. That's a big problem. That would be why. And if you've not built that friendship and that relationship up with your co-magician, do not think you've completed 101. Do not. If you do not have a trusted friend and ally that you can sit and talk with any time of day about any topic, you have not completed Dragon Magic 101, and it is suicide to start Dragon Magic 102. Okay? So yeah, it is absolutely pivotal to build that friendship. Because honestly, as nice and understanding as the rulers can be, they're not really going to help you as well as they could or would if you actually showed that you're willing to make those friendships. And there's no magic secret loophole to get around it. I've said it 1,000 times. It's building the friendships that makes Dragon Magic hard, and they're not going to make an exception for you or anyone out there. And if anyone raises their hands, it's like, well, they made an exception for me because red flag, bullshit. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Can you actually do magic without an altar? Oh, yeah. I don't keep an altar. I have a workspace, and by workspace, I mean it is literally a piece of plywood that I set in the floor so that I don't get my floor dirty. That's the only reason I have it. Most of my altar cloths and work surfaces are just to keep my floor clean. Or when I'm in the woods, I do have a beach towel with the Dragon's Eye seal printed on it. You can get that at the merch shop too, by the way. I use that as a place to lay my working tools when I'm in the woods so they don't get muddy and crap on them because it's always wet and muddy where I'm at. So, yeah, again, it's a practicality, not a necessity. You do not need an altar or any of that stuff to do magic. Magic is not religion. That needs to be said. Too many people think spirituality, religion, and magic are the same thing. They are not. They are not. You do not need to be spiritual or religious in any shape, form, or fashion to do magic. Terror and jerk dragons. Well, they are. They really can be. I mean, I just call it like I see it. And honestly, Mako was a jerk. And I really pushed through his jerky attitude, and now I have a wonderful friend. But I mean, he flat out admits his attitude toward me was testing me because he really wasn't sure I'd do it. Let's see, Siji, your live streams are online seminars for me. Well, see, that's a great compliment. And honestly, that's one reason I love doing these, other than, well, I get a chance to talk with y'all. I'm Southern. I like to talk. What can I say? But yeah, it's great to actually be able to answer your questions and help y'all out like this. Let's see what we got here. Oh, whoa, okay, it jumped. Okay, we're okay. Well, I got a little behind on the questions. Let's see what we got. How do you know you're in your astral sanctum and not just dreaming? Well, Animal Man, my first key thing is, did you construct your astral sanctum awake? I do not recommend doing anything in dream work. I make sure I am actively awake. I do all my astral work actively. I do all my soul travel actively. I do not rely on dream work. Because if you rely on dream work, then you do not have a way to separate just a random dream from lucid dreaming, actually. It's very hard to separate. And even in lucid dreaming, you still have to do a lot of interpretive work. Whereas actively, meaning you're doing your astral travel and everything while conscious and not awake, you're doing it in a meditative state, not a sleep state. You do know what you're doing. Just like when you're walking, you're consciously aware of what you're doing. So if you transition from meditation into your astral sanctum, intentionally, knowingly, in a waking state, you know you're there. I know that seems oversimplified, but it really is actually that simple. Let's see here what we got. Let's see. Oh, Stephen, please humor me. What is your opinion on hypotheses Question mark, what's your opinion on becoming a dragon? Okay, so this is actually a two-part question here, Stephen. Now, in the term you're using, this hypothesis, I'm going to assume you mean ascension or becoming a god or the highest point of spiritual or development. I do believe ascension is possible. I've spoken to many ascended masters. I've even spoken to many deities that claim to have once been humans who have achieved that very state of ascension. And many of them credit the pursuit of magic, knowledge, and understanding and self mastery as how they've done it. So, from what I've seen in my travels through the astral and through soul travel, I'm going to have to say that's totally doable. Not easy, might even take lifetimes, but doable. In fact, that is ultimately, in some ways, my goal. I want to get enough knowledge and ability so that I can ascend. I'm not even, I'll be happy just to hit ascended master, but I mean, I'll shoot as high as I can go. And once I do that, I don't plan on reincarnating. I plan on continuing to learn and continue to ascend as far as I can. Now, your second question. What's your opinion on becoming a dragon? Shape-shifting into a dragon, taking on the shape, doable. However, a non-draconic soul cannot become a dragon. Sorry, it cannot. That is something the dragons have made very, very clear. They will not allow it. It's just not going to happen. It is actually forbidden for a non-draconic soul to actually become a dragon. So that would be a problem. And this is something that's coming straight out of the draconic realms. I've confirmed it with the 9 rulers, the dragon council, the overseer that actually works with the rulers, as well as the dragon and the dragoness. This is largely due to the fact that dragons are very protective of their kind. And they do not welcome outsiders that deeply into their clutches, as it were. And I use clutch in like the term of family clutch, not like got you in my clutch. Sorry, I spent too much time around dragons. I felt I might want to actually clarify that. Let's see. Bestest Wolf Mine is no jerk. He's very protective personality and similar. And he's patient, observing by my side. Love my card. But see, I said co-magicians are usually the jerks. Bestest Wolf. Guardians are not co-magicians. You got to remember that. You got 2 of those guys. It's the co-magician that ends up being the jerk more often. I'd say if there's going to be a jerk, you got a 90% chance it's going to be the co-magician. It is very rare to find a guardian that's a jerk. Pain in the rear, maybe. Twins over here, they're a pain in the rear a lot, but they're not jerks. That one, he's a jerk. But he's also my co, so go fig. Let's see. But no, I love my co and I love my guardians. They're absolutely great. Let's see what we got here. Tony, what's your opinion if someone is in sleep paralysis, has experience of seeing scary beings in their home, hopping on them, they have negative entities in their home? Honestly, Tony, this is one where a lot of paranormal investigators hate me because honestly, many of you know this already. I'm epileptic. So I spend a lot of time around neurologists and sleep study people and all this. So I have a unique view because most of the time when sleep paralysis is taking effect, enough of your brain is still connected to the dream realm where your panic from the sleep paralysis starts triggering panic and nightmare like hallucinations. And I would say 90% of that, if not more, is just that. It's a nightmaric hallucination due to the panic of the sleep paralysis. And I've heard time and time again, people's like, I wasn't panicking until things started jumping on me. Yet every person that says that, that's ever had a sleep study plugged in, their brain tells a completely different story. It shows the panic long before. So I'm more inclined to think it's just more of a waking nightmare situation tied to the sleep paralysis. That's not to say that at some point, sometime, some way, it's not impossible. But honestly, I'm more inclined to believe it's just a side effect of the sleep paralysis. I know that's not very mystical, not very cool to most people. For me, actually, the science of sleep study is actually pretty freaking cool. But then again, I might have a personal investment in that. So because I am epileptic, and I've been plugged into those machines more times than I can count. And by the way, if there's a neurologist on here, just letting you know that like paste you use to connect those wires, come up with something better. That stuff is a pain to wash out. Just putting that out there. We could use a new connector medium. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, Mangrove, that's honestly what I use for my portable workspace is the working Dragon Mystic. You know, you go over, you click on the merch. We have a beach towel that's yay long with the Dragon's Eye seal right in the center. That is what I use for my traveling workspace. And I forgot who it was, but I was complaining because I was always looking for an altar cloth or something I could take camping. But I needed something durable, I needed something easy to clean. And during my little ranting, I mentioned that if I could find a beach towel that I like, that would work because it's the correct material, the durability, and all that. And it just occurred to me, I was like, wait, that's actually something I can do merchandise for. So we made one, and I ordered it straight away, and I have fell in love with it. I really have. So if you're looking for a portable altar or altar cloth, definitely go grab that. It is top of the line quality. It really is. It really is. I was not expecting it to be that nice. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it jumped on me. So, if I missed anybody, I apologize. Let's see. Okay, I'm lost. Luna Caras, thank you for making yourself available to people. I appreciate it. No problem. That's actually, Luna, one of the things I did. Not only did I want to be able to connect with y'all, but the whole idea of research and ramblings came from the fact that, as you all know in Discord, I tend to ramble. And, well, regular viewers here too. But when it comes to my research, I also wanted to put out there that long-term magicians and practitioners like myself, we make mistakes. We got research doesn't always pan out. We don't do it right all the time. We even have a coffee cup at the merch shop. I came, I saw, I got blowed up, and it's a picture of me all blowed up because I've made that joke more times than I can count. And there are times when I blew myself up in my research, but I think it's important to know that when you do these things, even after a long time practice, it's not going to be perfect. Part of the path, part of the journey is about making those mistakes and learning to laugh about them. It's absolutely a blast in my mind. And I think too many people try to only show the successes, and they don't want to show where they trip and fall and face plant in the mud. And for me, I think that's a very important side of magic to show anyone who's wanting to learn. See, are you and your wife in any dragon clutches? Oh, Laura Sharp. Not on the technicality side of it. Not on the technicality side. Let's see, Mangrove Ronnie. The only way you're going to get better is by doing. Start simple and build it up. Ronnie Patrick, can you do some simple spells if you are not very good at energy work and meditation? Yes, actually, Ronnie, Mangrove's right. The only way you're going to get better at it is to do it. That's one reason like if you go to the playlist for spells, the prosperity and the quick money spell, those are great spells to constantly be doing. Especially the long-term prosperity spell, because you continually do the spell work over a long period of time, and it will really help you develop your spellcasting ability as well as open up those prosperities. The best way to get good at anything is just keep doing it. The more you practice it, the better. Oh, yeah, the twins can hear me. They always sit around here when I'm streaming. They won't leave me alone. Oh, no, you don't have to be fancy at all. I'm rarely fancy with my magic. What's this? Luna, don't worry. We can ask to you become the Saint Rambler. Oh, dear God, now you're trying to get me sainthood. I don't think I qualify as any kind of saint. I try to behave here on stream, but for those of you who's had the privilege of hearing me in voice chat, I make sailors blush. Oh, okay, Luna. Okay, I see. Yeah, okay. Luna's serious. Okay. Sorry about mispronouncing that for you, Luna. I really am bad at pronouncing names. Mystic, hey, my fellow epileptic up there. I've never let it slow me down. Ooh, that's good coffee. Hold on, I need a drink of that. Oh, yeah, good coffee. Let's see. Oh, no problem, Ronnie. That's why we're here, man. Oh, dear God, Mangrove. Hey, Jay, why in the world did you ever mention Dragon Buddha? Oh, dear God. Hey, look, I'm growing my hair back out, people, so we can't do the Dragon Buddha. I'm not quite as bald as I used to be. Growing my hair back out. Can't do it. Just saying. Be a cute little trick. Oh, Lord, Tara, don't help them. Don't help them. I believe it is, actually. I do believe it's skulls. My lovely wife, before she ran upstairs to the office, actually did make the coffee for me. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's skulls. That definitely tastes like skulls. So, Safi, if you're watching this and you feel like it, let me know if I'm right or wrong, but I do believe this is the Skulls of Your Enemies by, I know that coffee company. Hold on. Iron Bean Coffee. Which they don't sponsor me. They don't give me nothing to tell y'all, but if you ain't tried them, go try their coffees out. They're really good folks. They really are. They make good coffees too. Now, that said, if y'all see this and you want to sponsor this goofy old guy, let me know. I'll take it. All right, let's see what we crossed our hour. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap up here. First off, the Lucifer video. Wow, the comments, the likes, the views, y'all are absolutely awesome. I myself I'm just tickled to death y'all liked it as much as you did. And I actually made a point to give him a poke on the shoulder and let him know how it was going. And I can honestly say Lucifer himself was appreciative because he actually is the one that laid out how he wanted the video presented for me. So thanks for that, Lou. We appreciate your help in getting that video up. Next week, we do have the Next in the Room class series coming up. So keep your eyes on that. We do have a special New Year's video coming up. And someone said they think we have a live stream on Yule. I don't know if that's true or not. We might have to look into that and see what that is. But we will be doing a Yule live stream of some kind. Oh, there's the Seffi. Yes, I'm right. It was skulls. Woohoo! Got it. Cool. So, let's see. Where was it? That threw me off. I'm not used to seeing Seffi comment in here. The Yule art contest for those interested in entering it. Get your artwork emailed to me at workingdragonmystic.com or go over to the Discord. There's an art contest tab on the Working Dragon Mystic server. Submit your work there so that we can get all the entries. All the entries are due by December 15th at midnight. And the winning one will be voted on, not by me, but the other Valentines who helped vote on the Halloween mug. And like I said, the winner will get a coupon for the mug. The mug will only have 50 in print, so it'll be limited edition, 2020 Yule mug only. We have already received a few submissions. They're looking great. You all always do awesome art. I appreciate it. So for those artists out there wanting to get involved into the contest, do so quickly. Now, we do have some nice Yule themed videos coming up too, so keep an eye out for those. One including the Wild Hunt. All right, let's see what we got popped up here while I was yammering. Maybe we can find some Coffee Buddha brand to sponsor. Let's not do the Buddha thing. When is the next hangout? Next hangout should be live stream Sunday, actually. If that's what you mean by hangout. We will be live streaming Sunday during Magical Coffee Hour, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right here, as always, drinking coffee, having us a good time. Closing out the weekend right. Let's see. Drake Hangout's always so fun. I'm glad y'all enjoy it. I definitely enjoy being here. Oh, so there is an actual live stream on Yule Day. Really? That is freaking awesome. Okay. We might have to do something special for that. I might have to make me a batch of wassail or something when I come up on here. Which, if you haven't already, go check out the Kitchen Witchery videos. We got one on a Yule roast that's pretty much a bulletproof, even if you can't cook. And everyone's favorite wassail, which is a beverage that's drunk around Yule. It's actually what inspired the song "A Wassailing We Will Go." So we talk about a bit of its lore and how to actually make that traditional beverage as well. So hop over there and start checking out and planning for your Yule festivities. And with that, everyone, I am going to hop off here. I'm going to finish my coffee. I'm going to go see what trouble my server's getting into. Usually pop in, check on them. And I will see you all Sunday. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. And have a good one. Take it easy.